Civilizations, Part 2. A civilization is where people come together, live in a certain style, and follow certain rules. The oldest civilizations in the world were found on banks of rivers. Do you know which is the oldest civilization in the world? It is the Indian civilization. The Indian civilization was formed on the banks of the river Indus in India. It is known as the Indus Valley Civilization. Another civilization was formed on the banks of the river Nile in Egypt. The pyramids that you see are part of the civilization of Egypt. On the banks of the river Euphrates in Iraq and Iran, there was another very ancient civilization. There was a civilization in China as well. There were also civilizations in Rome and Greece. It is important to study about the ancient civilizations because man made great progress when he started living in this way. So many people came together and so many ideas were exchanged. People learned a lot from each other. They developed many new things. Imagine, the pyramids in Egypt were built thousands of years ago. Even the Great Wall of China was built so many years ago. Man also built huge palaces, statues, and great buildings. He made up an alphabet and started to write things down. Man started writing stories and poems. Long stories about brave people are called epics. He also tried out music and dance. He had never done things like that ever before because he used to live in a forest. Wasn't that a great story about how man developed? He was an ape and then he was a person who lived in the city. So much change, all because of man's intelligence. Though man is not the strongest or the biggest of all animals, he still managed to find a way of protecting himself. Because of civilizations, we started having villages and towns. Then we had states and countries. It is all a story of the development of man.